All right, so you just completed the worksheets on writing words as numbers and numbers as words. So you're all set to go for how to write a check. And like I said, of all the things, if you're sitting around asking yourself, when am I ever going to use this in real life, blah, blah, blah. Here's an example where I'm going to say, yeah, you are going to use this in real life because I still write checks and I use as much electronic stuff as I can, but you can't get away from the checks, at least not right now. So first example, Hydro One. They are the people that take all your money so that you can turn your lights on and charge your iPads. Bill comes, it's $238.75. That is fairly reasonable for an average size house in Ontario. So just so you know, that's probably what your parents are paying. January 15th is the date it's due, 2016. So here we go, we'll fill it out. So the first thing I fill out is my date. So every check's a little bit different. So some of them, the majority of them, want it in day / month / year. So when you buy checks, it's going to be in this format. So we're going to play with, making sure we got the right numbers. So day, I'm going to start with a 15 / month. January is your first month, so 01. And then write out the year 2016. So there we go. So we, again, remember up top corner, right here, that's our check number. So we know check number 1025 is going to go to Hydro One. Date it's going to come out of your bank account is the 15th. It is $238.75. So now how do you write this in? Well, who are we paying the check to? We put in Hydro One. One thing I should mention, I put these lines in. Let me highlight them here for a second. This makes sure that they know that the name can't be changed. Okay, sometimes, I guess a bit older days, people could change the title a little bit, forge the check. That lines indicate to the people at the bank that that is the extent of the word because you can't really erase it once the check's written in pen. You have to write a check in pen. So it's going to Hydro One. So now the tricky part, it's going to be tougher for me because this is going to be small. So how would I say this out loud? 238. So 238. Now you don't have to write out the change. What we do is we put a line to the end, and over top of the dollars, we put a 75. All right, so you don't have to write out 238.75 cents. You write 238, line to the end, and the 75 goes down here, just as is. So you don't have to write out the change. In the memo line, I'm going to put Hydro, and I'm going to sign it. There is my awesome signature because it's so cool. All right, you got to get a cool signature, right? I mean, it's important. It's good for self-esteem if you know you have a cool signature. All right, so think about that. Practice it. Okay, second check that I have to write this month is a check to the landlord, and it's Mr. Tom Rentals. It's kind of ironic. His last name's Rentals, and we're renting from him. $375, and that's when it's due. So we fill out the check. Date first, so the day, February 1st, so 01. February is the second month, and we are still 2016 in this video anyway. The amount is $375, and I would say that's typical of a one-bedroom apartment in the area. And you don't have to write the Mr. It's just the full name, so it's made out to Tom Rentals. All right, again, I put the lines in front and after. And now how would I say that? Well, I would say it as 300 and 75. As best I can write it there. No change this time, so I don't have to indicate the zeros. Memo line, I'm going to say this is for rent. And my cool signature again. All right. And there we go. So we've got our bills paid for the month, we've got our checks, throw them in the mail or hand deliver them, whichever you prefer. So next worksheet is for you to practice actually writing out a couple of practice checks. And like I said, at some point in time, you're going to have to get checks because rent is a perfect example. People, I'd say right now, 90% of people, 95% of people are paying rent through check. So it is an important skill. So good luck. Once you've done those worksheets, show the teacher, and then you can move on to the next segment. See you next time.